Dad and I are in a race to win the top 5 leagues and cups in Europe, as well as the Champions League and Europa, also known as the Glory Hunter Challenge. And after 5 seasons at Napoli, I have finally won the Coppa Italia and completed Italy. Meaning I am now halfway through completing my Glory Hunter cabinet as well. Dad is still at Spurs and has struggled to complete a single country yet, and only has 3 trophies in his Glory Hunter cabinet. So it was time for me to depart and leave Napoli, resigning from my job and ready to see what's up for next. What I thought would be next was the Bayern job, as that became available, but for some reason I wasn't able to apply for the role, despite needing to win the DFB Pokal. It turns out the Bayern job was already secured for the current PSG manager, Julian Nagelsmann, which means the PSG job is free and the perfect job for me to apply for, but Dad wasn't letting me have it too easily, and he's applied for it too. Given that France hasn't been explored at all for either of us yet, this is the best job available in the country, and both Dad and I was invited in for an interview for the role. But it was Dad who was actually offered the job over me, meaning he leaves Spurs without winning that FA Cup. However, the PSG job is a hard one to turn down, especially with a team like this, because Dad instantly comes in and has the opportunity to cross off France in one fell season, which instantly puts the pressure on if I continue to struggle, adding to my Glory Hunter cabinet. While still unemployed, Spurs invited me in for an interview to take over from my dad, and it would be rude to turn that down. And just as the season was about to start, I'm offered the role as their new manager, and it's off to the Premier League. And we will be hoping to do what my dad couldn't and win both trophies in this country with his favourite club. Well, what a busy summer. A lot of movement.
Joe, I really didn't want to move because I knew you would take my job, and I know this could backfire on me.
Well,
I just know it. I mean, I'm fingers crossed it don't, because PSG job don't come up very often, and it's one of those jobs. I think it's about 3 jobs you would take.
Yeah.
And that was one of them, so I just had to jump at it. And yes, they gave me the job, sort of thing. I'm thinking, but I hope this don't backfire on me.
Yeah, I mean, I had no other option. But
No,
PSG came up. I wanted the Bayern job because obviously I still need to do the DFB Pokal.
Yes.
We couldn't apply for it. It was literally days after the job came available, and it just wasn't able to apply for it. It was very weird. So when we then obviously realised that it was because Nagelsmann was joining PSG, we were like, oh, well, I was thinking, PSG, easy. Because you ain't going for Bayern Munich.
No, I didn't go for it, no.
And as soon as I go, I want to go PSG, you're like, I want to go PSG too. And it's as soon as we got into the interviews, what did I say during that interview?
That your interview was longer than mine.
Yeah,
So
I
it
said
looked
that
like
they are seeing you as favourites.
Yes.
And straight away I knew, because the my interview had some questions on there which wasn't on Dad's, I thought, they ain't giving me this.
I think they were on about the how amount of time that you spend at a club.
Yeah.
Well, I'd only been at 2 clubs, hadn't I? So
Yeah,
I'd been
which is
spending time
hilarious because I spent the last 5 seasons at Napoli. Crazy. But here we are, we're at Spurs anyway. We've got Napoli done and dusted. We left the club on good terms. Now we're here at Spurs. And I think I've adopted a very good team that Dad's built, including obviously some of the players that are there before he even got there. Now, you are missing, you won the league, you hadn't won the FA Cup.
No, I just couldn't. I won everything
Before you
but
moved.
the league, the
Yeah.
Champions League.
So-
They're such a good side, and that's why I really didn't want to leave them. But the FA Cup just kept on doing me every season.
Now, of course, they didn't leave any money. I even sold a couple of players, but they were so far over the wage budget that we just literally had nothing. So Brennan Johnson's gone, Connor Winton's done. Dad's run this club into the ground.
No, I am. I just built such a good side that I was planning on not buying anybody this season. I don't need anybody.
Finances, they are in trouble. You can see £200 million in the red. Very bad indeed. So, yeah, we've had to make do with what we've got with this team, but I definitely think it's a good enough team to do a 1 in and out season if we're lucky. We're looking at a 4-2-3-1 with a 4-3-3 out of possession with the likes of Endrick, Kulizeski, Simmons, Moore. We've got Rodrigo on the bench there as well. Benjamin Sesko, of course, is there from Dad's side that he bought last season. Stiller, Sarr, very good players indeed. And at the start of the season, of course, I'm chasing both the Premier League and the FA Cup, so there's 2 trophies I'm going for this year. We lost to Liverpool in the Community Shield, but we've won the following 4 fixtures. No real challenges, though. And I am thinking, although we haven't conceded any goals in the Premier League, we haven't played anybody amazing yet.
The only real hard game you had was Liverpool and you lost it. So.
Yeah.
But
What I'm trying to do is play a more possession-based tactic. So we're doing much shorter, we're passing it, we're being more expressive, trying to keep hold of the ball. And it does look like that is paying off in terms of the Premier League, because if we're looking at the Premier League as a whole, we have 67% possession so far at the start of the season. That's 2/3. That is 2/3 of the possession every single game so far on average we've got. We've got the most clean sheets, the most shots. We're doing all right. We just couldn't do it against Liverpool in that first game. So I don't know how this season's going to play out. Over to you, Dan, in your first season in France.
Yes.
And of course, we're looking at it again. No transfers coming in.
No, I had money to spend, but PSG being PSG, I looked at the squad and I thought, you know what? How can I buy a player that's going to come into this team and for the money that I had there? I mean,
only 52 million over on the wages.
Yeah, it wasn't going to work. So
you can't run two clubs into the ground.
No, I can't do that, can I? So I just thought, right, just go with it. They're good enough. Oh, please, could I just do an in-and-out season? That'd be just so good without spending a penny.
Yeah, I mean, you should do. This team's disgusting.
It's so good, and it's so. It was just picking the right formation to go. I've just gone attacking. I'm just thinking, there's not many teams in this league that can cause me a problem.
Yeah.
So, just go for it. Just wear out attack. That's what I've done for.
I knew you'd like this team because of the amount of former Arsenal players that was in it. Because you've got Calafiori's in it, Saliba, of course, Nwaneri up front.
Yeah, I knew that'd come back and bite me.
Yeah, and you don't actually have like an out-and-out striker.
No.
Because both of your strikers are attacking midfielders.
Yeah.
So you didn't actually have a striker up there, but still, they play up there nearly at 5-star. Kvaratskhelia is, of course, one of the best players on this game.
He is so good, isn't he?
Out on the left. Doué on the right, just as good. Another wide forward in there. Neves and Vitinha.
Yeah,
the two Portuguese midfielders. Yeah. Unbelievable. Nuno Mendes in the left back. Hakimi at right back.
Just keep getting better and better.
Yeah. Even on the bench, you've got like Zaire Emery.
Yeah.
Look how good he is. Of course, you've got Malik Fofana, who's joined the club recently. He's very good. So, yeah, a quality team set up in a very attacking way. And at the start of the season, in league fixtures, you've won every single one so far. However, you have conceded in every single one.
Yes.
Scoring a lot of goals.
That's a bit worrying, really. I mean, I'm looking at that really, and Arsenal were the team that in a friendly caused me problems. Look, and I didn't score against them. That worried me when I seen that.
Yeah.
But, league-wise, like I said, there's not many teams that's going to cause me any problems. Not many teams in it is going to cause me many problems. So that's how it started off.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see how this season plays out then. Both of us are going for the domestic double. First seasons in our new leagues. Let's see if one of us can pull it off. With the season underway, Dad's PSG side did drop quite a lot of points early on, but the teams around him were failing to capitalise. And Dad was still top of the league, albeit by just a single point at the halfway stage of the league season. I was in a similar scenario myself in the Premier League with Spurs. The teams around me being much closer in quality to me than Dad, but we were doing well to push ourselves ahead by the new year. However, Manchester United could go ahead of us with a game in hand, but we were still in the title race for now. But of course, in the new year, it's FA Cup time, and in just the 5th round, we come up against one of the best teams in the league, in Liverpool, and thankfully, we managed to weather the storm and beat them 2-1, while Dad was destroying Strasbourg 7-1 in the Coupe de France quarter-final, putting him on course to do the double in one season, as he began to also open up a gap at the top of the league table as well. Meanwhile, I dropped off in the Premier League behind both Manchester United and Liverpool. My run in the FA Cup did come to an end as well at the hands of Bournemouth in the semi-final because of a penalty shootout, while Dad defeated his Parisian rivals Paris FC 3-0 in the Coupe de France to play Marseille in the final. Dad and I actually clashed in another semi-final, the Champions League, and across 2 legs, there was only one winner as I battered him 5-0 on aggregate. He wasn't too disheartened because his PSG side were crowned champions of France, and he added another trophy to his Glory Hunter cabinet. In what could be the most remarkable end of the season, however, I am behind Liverpool and Manchester United in the Premier League, but my final 3 games is both of those teams and my former Napoli side in the UEFA Champions League final. And the first part of the miracle was complete when we beat Liverpool 1-0 to put us in second and in striking range of winning the Premier League on the final day against Manchester United. A win, and we actually leapfrogged them to the title on goal difference. Before that drama, it was the Coupe de France final time for Dad against Marseille and a chance to complete France in one season swoop. And on that day, Marseille were simply no match for Dad's side, and within 2 minutes they took the lead and just continued to dominate the game, eventually winning 3-0. There it is, a second trophy in France, meaning he indeed completes France in one season in terms of the Glory Hunter cabinet. And this immediately makes for a good look in terms of that Glory Hunter cabinet filling up too. However, despite me being knocked out of the FA Cup, a win against Manchester United would help me lift the Premier League. We fell behind at Old Trafford against Manchester United within 10 minutes. And it wasn't until the second half when we finally got ourselves back into the fixture, equalising on the 49th minute thanks to Xavi Simons. But we needed to win the tie, and a big opportunity came around on the hour mark. An opportunity that former Manchester United man Benjamin Sesko took. And we overtake them to lift the Premier League trophy on goal difference at Old Trafford, thanks to a former player. Our season wasn't over there, because we also came from behind against my former Napoli side to lift the UEFA Champions League trophy too, winning 2-1 in extra time.
What an end of the season we've had, by the way.
All I've got to go is,
You're done in France. I had bragging rights knocking you out of the Champions League in the semi-final.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I'm going to
without
take that.
conceding the goal, by the way. 5-0. Very happy with that. But, I mean, you're the last one laughing because you are done in France.
Yes.
You've beaten...
All done.
Won the league by, 11 points out of Canter, really losing 3. But, of course, stuffed Marseille in the final.
Yeah, so pleased with that. I don't think I've done it before, been in and out in one season. So
No.
really, really pleased with that. It goes to show I've made the right move of going to PSG.
Yeah.
2 trophies in the bag, done and dusted, out of France. Go.
And I might be crazy for saying this, but I won't be taking your job. I'm going to commit myself to Spurs for another season. After, of course, winning the league on the final day, where 2 games before, I had to play both Liverpool and Man United, who were second and third, and I somehow pulled it off.
You were in third at the time.
Yeah.
Man United were first, Liverpool then you. So 2 good wins there to win the league.
Pulled it off on the final day, beating them.
Do you know, when I seen you had them 2 teams, I thought you're going to drop points in one of those games, surely. And United was away at the last game of the season. Well
done it. And then hilariously defeated my old side Napoli in the Champions League final in extra time. Lovely stuff. Vitor Roque scored the first there. Look, bless him. Yeah, what a season. What a crazy season. It was the only disappointment was the semi-final loss to Bournemouth because they played Hull in the final.
That's unbelievable.
From the Championship. I can't believe that. That's so annoying. I could have had the most perfect season there, because that would have just even topped yours, but they beat me on penalties.
Yeah.
That makes it even worse. So disappointing. Getting knocked out of that competition after just almost having the perfect year, the perfect season. But there we go. Now, one thing did happen throughout the season that we did not showcase. Look at the balance. That's big.
Shit.
There's a big uptick.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for it. Now, if we're looking at the club as a whole, and on the club site there, the club history, you go to landmarks. Throughout this season, a new Tycoon takeover happened. Seong Nam Shin has took over at Spurs as a Tycoon takeover, pumped a crap load of money into it. And now this summer, it says 300 million, but the wages is 1.6. So if we just transfer that across, because there's no way I need 1.6 million. I mean, that's still like 600. 338 million pound in the transfer budget.
I ain't saying nothing because I'd spend a lot of money at Spurs, but God, you don't have to get some luck, don't you?
It's crazy. So, I got to go only for the FA Cup next season. I did think, I could go to PSG and do exactly the same thing as that. I feel that's kind of cheating in a way. I took the Spurs job because I was unemployed.
Yeah.
I've got a job here. I'm going to stay here and try and get the FA Cup done next season. I am losing Rodrigo, though. He's going to Barcelona.
Yes.
Which is annoying because he was my top scorer, 25 and 14, but he decided not to secure another contract.
He's 33 and you just got 300 million to spend. So
yeah.
I'm sure you could find another striker form was as good.
Yeah, because he's slightly dropping off. Natural fitness of 13.
Yeah.
He's still good. He's still amazing.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
But yeah, just a slight little like, oh, that's annoying. But I've got £338 million to find a replacement. I think I'll be all right. I should be absolutely fine.
I think if I was at Spurs and I had that type of money, I don't think I would have left.
Liar. Anyway, let's have a look at the goals from this one and done side that you've got at PSG. 40 goals from Rodrigo Mora. Remember, not actually a striker, but what a player he is indeed.
Oh, and he looks good now as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and then this guy got 26.
Yeah.
Plays up front, plays defensive midfield. Okay, De Vlegia. Yeah, okay, sure.
Great.
Desiree Doué's done really well. Nwaneri's done really well. Vitinha.
Good team performance there, I think.
Yeah, Glukov as well, another striker from the youth academy. Very good player indeed. Or Germany, so he's probably not from the youth academy. Chelsea. They just bought him from Chelsea. So, yeah, very good player, but there we go.
See, I can go to teams and not spend a penny.
All got bought for you. What about, though, clubs available? Now, right now, there's only 3 jobs available. None of these seem very appealing.
No.
But, of course,
really.
With the PSG job coming available, it's whoever takes that.
That's what I'm just going to sit there and just see who takes my job. And fingers crossed, someone big takes it.
Yeah. Someone
That's what
from
I
one of the
gotta
bigger
hope for, really.
clubs.
Yeah.
Well, let's have a look then throughout the summer to see who it is that steps up and takes the PSG job and whether it is from a club that Dad wants to go to.
So there's another trophy added to the cabinet with just 5 to go now, and we are heading towards the finish line. For Dad, his journey in France was short but sweet, and he's resigning to move on. And the PSG job he just left was taken by none other than Arne Slot, who departs Barcelona, a team in a country that my dad has yet to manage in, my former club as well, and he applies immediately and getting an interview. Being offered the job, meaning his time unemployed was very short, and he's already back to business. And with money to burn there, he's spending nearly £400 million to hopefully keep this adventure in Spain as short as his France trip. And with Real Madrid failing in recent years, you wouldn't put it past him either, especially with the team that he has now.
Got you enough, Spawny.
Oh, my luck's changed my way.
Barcelona.
Couldn't believe my luck.
I'm getting a little bit worried now. Because in terms of trophies, off the top of my head, I'm not quite sure how far behind you are. But if I struggle at Tottenham with the FA Cup and you do another one and done,
I'm right on
I'm
your
in
own.
deep trouble.
Yes.
I just know that I've got Italy to fall on.
I always struggle
Because
at
I've got
Italy.
that done and you haven't.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Oh, come on.
But there we go. Barcelona
I'll tell you
manager
what,
going
I
to
couldn't ask for
PSG.
two teams coming up at the right time.
Yeah.
And I would have picked those 2 teams.
And
PSG
Glory Hunter is all about the timing.
Yeah.
All about the timing of the
And
club that you
if
go to.
if you are at one of the big clubs and you resign from them, one of the other big clubs normally comes up with a little bit of luck. And I was lucky today.
And you're getting Lamine Yamal in his prime at 27.
Look at him, look.
Not only that, but the money that you had to spend was ridiculous.
So yeah, it was just the same as what Spurs did, really.
Yeah, £377 million. We got Sami Bouadine, who has joined as an amazing striker.
Yeah, I wanted to play 2 up front, so they didn't have what I would class as a outclass sort of striker. This guy does it for me. I think he's gonna score goals for me.
Wan Lu at right back. They loaned out their right back. It was really strange. Dedic, he's gone out.
Do you know what? I struggled to get a youngster right back in who I felt could come into the team and do well.
Yeah.
So I had to go for a 31-year-old. He's not great, but he's gonna do.
Yeah.
I still think he's a good right back. But this is where all my money went. I went to my old club.
The story first is that you did go for another player who rejected you.
Yes.
And we cannot believe how or why, because this
was
man here,
unbelievable,
Alvaro
wasn't he?
Ravello, who you acted a release clause of 260 million.
And I looked at it as well. We coming for Girona as well, another Spanish side. It weakened them big style, but somehow they talked him into staying.
Yeah, he signed a new deal.
Yes.
Because that would have been your player, because he is world class. One of the best left midfielders on the game, and he's 24 years of age.
You see the money it was going to cost. I was in 200.
Yeah, you offered more than that.
Yes, I did, yeah.
500 grand. But yeah, instead, I mean, you ended up with former Arsenal player Ethan Nwaneri. Written in the stars.
He was from PSG. That's where I was signing him from. I knew what he can do for me, so I brought him in. He can play right across that front forward ready for me.
Yeah, well
That's
class.
what I got him for, yeah.
Well class player. Now, you've gone for a setup similar to PSG. Trying to replicate it, I guess.
Yes, I was, yeah. I mean, it won me the the double there, and that's what I was hoping for here, really.
Yeah, you can see
So,
obviously
I'll go for
Dedic is loaned out, which
when
is
you
why
look at them
Juan
as well,
comes in.
they're not far off being the same sort of team, really. A really, really strong midfield. And I've made the strike force quite good now. So, yeah, I'm quite happy with it. 2 good wingers.
Of course, you've also got Rodrigo.
Yes. It's weird it goes round, isn't it?
From Spurs,
Yeah.
of course. But he doesn't even get on the bench.
No, I
which is
think
funny
I
enough.
had another youngster there who was quite good. I think
Yeah, they got
was it?
Grace up front.
Yeah, he was. I mean, 20 years of age, so I didn't realise how good he was when I bought my other striker.
Yeah,
but
got him from Club
I'm
Brugge.
glad I did.
Yeah.
Glad I did.
Very good player. Start of the season then. Let's have a look at the fixtures, the opening fixtures. You've won 2 from 2 in terms of the league, so not bad. Vero Valladolid and Cadiz, 3-1 results
I
there.
haven't played anybody big yet, though. At the
No,
moment,
that's it.
But,
So-
it's still 100% record, so I'm going to take that.
Don't know how this season's going to go. Real Madrid is still managed by Antonio Conte at this point. They've still got the likes of Bellingham, Vinicius
Yeah,
Jr.
it's still-
and Mbappe.
It's still going to be an art. I mean, I'd love to do what you've done when you went to Barca, the treble. That'd be great. So,
Yeah.
Fingers
You are
crossed.
odds-on favourite, though.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I have got a really good side. So, yeah.
Obviously, I had Tycoon money at Spurs, so I was able to spend big while I was here too, and I, stuck to my word. I stayed here. Sold as well, Hugo Larsson. Lost Galvini, lost Rodrigo, but that's fine. We have signed Obi Olorenwaju from Aston Villa. £69 million, that's a naughty number, but that was his release clause. Centre-back option, left-footed centre-back, very good player, 6'3", great jumping reach, great pace. I think he looks amazing, so I'm going to lock him in this year because for some reason he wouldn't get in. And he has an amazing potential, which is better than his current ability. So I'm interested to see what he could be like in like 3 or 4 years after some game time. He wasn't the only signing, though, because we also raided PSG. £122 million for João Neves.
Yeah, good sign. I was
Needed a midfielder, got
I
him.
was going to go for him.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
good player.
I mean, the 2 players that you sold to Barcelona, that was before I went there.
Yes, Hugo
So,
Larsson also
I
went
didn't
there.
spend that money.
Yeah.
That goes to show how well I've done with, because they gave me all that money, even though they spent that money at 58
Yeah.
million for him.
Then the final signing was Valentini from AC Milan. £107 million. After losing Rodrigo, he's a replacement. So he can play centre attacking midfield or on the left. Looks a very good player, to be honest. His technicals are probably the weakest point, but still very good at dribbling, passing, and technique, so I'm happy. And we are keeping with the same tactic of what we did last season. This very much playmaking style. We've got a box-to-box playmaker, a free roll. We've got a playmaking winger, which I've never really used. An advanced centre-back, which is quite unique in this, but we've got some good players who can do that role in Vuskovic and Lenny Yoro, who's 2 world-class centre-backs as well. So we've got options there to play those roles and fit into this. So, of course, winning the league on the final game of the season last year, we don't have to worry about it this year. We have lost against Chelsea at the start of the season 1-0, but we have defeated Manchester City 4-2 in the Premier League, lost to them on penalties in the Super Cup, beat Hull annoyingly.
Yeah.
The FA Cup winners, Hull 3-0. And then Southampton 6-0. So it's a good start, but of course, it's the FA Cup we are only worried about this year. So let's see what happens.
With my season not really starting until the FA Cup begins in January, the first half is about Dad's league campaign. And he was somehow struggling down in 3rd place behind both Madrid sides and 4 points off the top spot. Eventually in the new year, my season began and we got through the first 3 rounds of the FA Cup, putting us into the quarterfinals. Unfortunately for Dad, the dream season was over in Spain because his Copa del Rey quarterfinal tie was against Real Madrid. And they dumped him out of the competition. He had got himself back into the title race and top of the league, with Real Madrid falling off a cliff back down into 4th place. Back in the FA Cup in England, and after an extra time win in the quarterfinals against Sheffield United, it was a semi-final match to come against Liverpool. And at Wembley, just 1 goal was scored against them, and Kulusevski put my Spurs side into the final against Manchester United, who had also just beaten me to the Premier League title too. It was down to the final day in Spain, as Dad was above Atletico Madrid with them both on the same points, meaning he needed a win against Getafe. And it was an away trip to Getafe too, and that could be a difficult one, but he got the job done, securing a 2-0 win and the La Liga trophy for Barcelona. He did have 1 game left though, and it was a match against me in the Champions League final. Before then, however, I needed to complete England and win the FA Cup, and although Manchester United won the league this season, this final was a complete surprise, as we scored really early on and never took our foot off the gas, absolutely smashing them, and even went 4-0 up at one point, finishing the match 4-2 winners to lift the FA Cup trophy adding that to my Glory Hunter cabinet at the end of Season 10, with just Dad to face as my last game as Spurs manager. A fitting end really, as we both face our former clubs on the biggest stage in which we won the competition with that team in the past. But with only bragging rights on the table, one goal was scored, and it was Ethan Nwaneri of Barcelona to help my dad win the Champions League. So congrats to Dad on winning the trophy, but I'm happy either way, as I've now completed England, and it's going to be exciting to see what's available for me to go to next in Glory Hunter.
Well, Dad, you can stick your Champions League where the sun don't shine, 'cause I don't need it anyway. We're leaving Spurs. We have gone on. We have done the FA Cup. We beat Manchester United 4-2 at Wembley Stadium. Get in. 4-0 up as well. The team, of course, which managed by Unai Emery, we've had a lot of run-ins with, and I don't think they liked me after knocking them off the top perch last season. We've let them win the league this year because we didn't need to win it. But still, we've gone on. We've done very well. We didn't need the Champions League. We did that last year too. We also knocked out Real Madrid in the semi-final. We did very well this year. We can leave Spurs as champions of the FA Cup, Premier League winners last season. We've completed England.
Oh, I'm really worried now because you normally struggles with that FA Cup.
I know. Two seasons. I'm so pleased with that.
Far, yeah.
Coppa Italia took me 5 though.
Yeah.
That's the difference. 5 years on the Coppa Italia is what cost me, and how you've been able to catch up. Speaking of catching up, you did get one of them over the line,
yes.
Not both. On the final day, beating Getafe to win the league, 89 points to Atletico's 86.
How have I won that league?
Yeah, 5 losses.
Real Madrid lose 7 games, is it?
Yeah, they did very bad. Very bad.
I'm gonna put my hand up. I do when I feel I am lucky. I'm lucky this time.
Yeah.
I scored a lot of goals in the league and that, and so I deserved to win the league. But I was lucky with Real Madrid losing 7 games and drawing 6, because that don't normally happen.
No. Annoyingly, them winning the Copa del Rey might be the only reason why it keeps their job.
Yes.
Which I could have really done with them sacking Conte, because then somebody big might take his job.
Yes.
I'm looking at you, Arne Slot, at PSG. And I could maybe have gone to PSG or wherever the Bayern Munich manager is now.
Done me a big favour there. So, done me a big favour in one way with them winning, but a bad. I mean, if they hadn't beat me in what was it, the quarterfinal, they beat me.
Yes,
that would have been me. So I feel that I was robbed a little bit, but I've got to take it. I kept my job. I won the league. I won the Champions League. I'm in with a good shape, really. Another season. Hopefully I'll do it this season.
Got to win the Copa del Rey.
Win the Copa del Rey, yeah.
So you can see a lot of goals coming in there from the squad. For recruitment, you got 300. The wage is 2 million. 380 million transfer. What the? It's like 500 mil. What's the? Ridiculous. If you don't win the Copa del Rey.
This is a problem now, isn't it? Because I'm looking at it now and thinking, all right, I can buy the best players, in a lot of positions, but doesn't always work like that, does it?
No.
Really? You've got to have that right tactic to go with it as well.
So I am 4 trophies away from completing Glory Hunter now.
Right.
We're in season 10, which is a halfway point.
Yes.
But this is where it gets really difficult, because one of the trophies I need is the Europa League, which of course we both agree is the hardest one to win.
It is, yeah.
Neither of us have actually done it yet. I think this might be the time where I leave Spurs and look for a Europa League team.
So what?
And have a shot at it.
So what's the you got to go to France.
I need to go back to Germany and win the DFB Pokal.
And both in France.
And the 2 in France.
Yeah.
So that's the clubs I need to go to now. There's no point me staying at Spurs because they're not in Europa League.
There's nothing you can do with them.
Very good team. Very much enjoyed it. Whoever takes over at Spurs has got a good amount of money as well, like £1.7 million there.
You're going to be looking at it really and thinking there's going to be a big manager coming for that job.
Yeah, because we've left them as finalists again.
They've got a lot
There's
of money.
also some massive clubs available here. And Napoli, they're in Europa League. My old side, Napoli. I could go back to them with Alberto and Vitor Roque, Gilberto Mora. That team was fantastic.
Yeah.
Could I just be a little bit cheeky, go back to Napoli? They probably would want me back.
They would take you back.
Yeah.
They would take you back, definitely.
My only worry is that they're in the Europa Conference League at the minute and it wouldn't register to go to the... And I'll be stuck in the Europa Conference League.
It didn't with me with Spurs, did it?
No, it didn't.
I ended up winning the Conference League when we thought it was going to be in the Europa League.
So I can't really do that. And in terms of the other jobs, I mean, Arsenal finishing 7th place. I think that's actually Europa League too. If we're looking at that, that is Europa League. They are guaranteed Europa League next season. They've got Bukayo Saka, Carlos Baleba, Miles Lewis-Skelly. They should be Europa League favourites. Can I go there and do that? Oh, imagine being how scummy that would be, going from Spurs to Arsenal.
I didn't want to see that. Oh, God almighty.
That would be hilarious.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
So I do have options, but what would you do in my situation? Juventus is not in it. 9th place, they're not in it at all. The only French side is Lorient. Not interested in that whatsoever. Do I risk it? Go to Napoli, potentially not even be in the competition? Do I go to Arsenal, who I know is in the competition, but then I have to stay in the Premier League and join a rival side? They might not even entertain me. I don't know. Do I sit back and wait and see what crops up? Because some big clubs might sack their manager halfway through the season, who is already in the Europa League.
Yes, I mean, you've done that before.
Yeah, that failed at Leipzig. That was a failed experiment. So, let's find out. But make sure you stick around and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss the next episode of Glory Hunter.
Lots of decisions to make in the Glory Hunter Challenge next, but 2 trophies need to be added to our cabinets as we race towards the finish line.